Hey guys, what's going on? It's Rekt Capital and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Thanks so much for joining me in today's video where we're going to be talking about some key levels and specifically the weekly retest, which here was a resistance at the lower high resistance, and this being the lower high support. Now we can see picture perfect retesting of this old resistance as a new support, but at the same time we have to understand that we are actually in a monthly range. So this is the monthly time frame. On the monthly time frame, this is the monthly time frame with the monthly range, and this is the weekly time frame with the monthly levels. So you can see how this lower high resistance is also confluent with the monthly range high resistance. So this would be a bullish situation for this confluent area of resistance to turn into a confluent area of support. So that covers the weekly and monthly time frames. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in the future. Let's move on to some interesting other metrics, because we know that right here is the monthly range, rejection in the form of upside wicks. Here we're actually seeing a candle body form, and price trying to hold above here. So very different reaction to right over here. It is very late February, so a monthly close just like this is going to show us that it's not just FOMO buyers buying in here. We're actually seeing sustained buy side interest at these levels, and that the sell side pressure that was once very strong here, insofar that it dragged price down to 20k, 19k, and even lower than that later on, that the sell side pressure here isn't as strong as it was here. So lots of market dynamics worth mentioning and bearing in mind that are occurring in this candle right over here. So a monthly candle close would be pretty powerful in confirming that breakout, and holding for that monthly candle close would be essentially price holding on the weekly time frame and retesting this confluent area of old resistance into one of new support. So if we just focus here on the daily time frame, this being the 200-day exponential moving average, interesting psychology developing here, because when price is below this moving average, price is bearish. Long-term investors are bearish on Bitcoin. They're not very keen to invest on it. We have lots of uncertainty, doubt, and pessimism and fear prevailing in the minds of market participants. But when we see price reclaim this 200-day EMA as a support, long-term investors are suddenly bullish on Bitcoin. And what we're seeing here is a two-part development, technical development here. So here we're seeing reaccumulation at this resistance, not really able to reclaim this resistance as a support. This acting as a resistant rejection here, failed support, and then finally this being the successful retest to kickstart price towards the upside. But if we focus on here, once we saw this impulse wave, a retracement occurred towards the 200-day moving average and wicked into this EMA for a retest, this being a strong support now because we've seen a strong impulse following that. So right over here, we're seeing a first stage of struggling to reclaim this level as a resistance, or at least a new support. And now, on this recent dip from a few days back, we saw really strong buy-side interest here at a higher low relative to this 200-day exponential moving average. So we're seeing that long-term investors are becoming bullish, and they're buying not at these previous prices. We're actually seeing that they are premium buying at higher prices than a few weeks back. So what a difference a few weeks make when it comes to long-term investor sentiment, that we're seeing a higher low, premium buying evident in the behavior of long-term investors, and strong market reaction towards the upside. But for all this positive bullish sentiment, we're still residing in a space that sandwiches price essentially and compresses price into the apex formed by these two bull market EMAs, the green 21-week EMA which is a bull market support, and whenever it reclaims as a support, that tends to be a good confirmation signal of further upside, mainly. So for instance, you can see this green EMA acting as a support here, a very volatile retest, but still. And then once you see it flip into resistance, downside occurs. Failed retests tend to be quite dramatic in terms of downside, but generally holding as a support, deviating below this region over here, losing it as a support, tends to see downside as well. So on this rally up, we haven't seen a retest of this level yet, which is quite interesting. But the 50-week EMA, the blue one here, is a resistance, and it's been tested right now over the past, well, this week and last week. So really bullish if this 50 EMA is reclaimed as a support. And you can see that acting as a support is really important for this 50-day EMA, or at least 50-week EMA. Losing it and turning it into resistance is never a good thing. Failing it as a support is also never a good thing, and upside wicking to turn it into resistance is also a bad thing. So at the moment it is resisting price from higher levels, but we're seeing sandwiching, which is going to influence price compression into the apex of this triangle formed by these two EMAs. And ultimately, it would be great to get a retest of this green 21-week EMA and a reclaim of this level. So if we do see a dramatic dip, it would probably be to this level for that retest. It isn't a given because at the moment we're not really managing to exact that retest. But here, really important that this is reclaimed as a support, and this tends to happen on lower timeframes. So on weekly timeframes, you won't be able to catch a retest of the 50-week EMA. So probably on the daily would be that reclaim signal that I'd be watching for to just trade or swing, invest this sort of breakout from the triangle. But loads of people are panicking about this recent dip. Not much really is changing on the macro sense. If we focus on this current candle, we've established in the recent videos that this is a pre-breakout candle just below macro downtrending resistance. You can actually see that if we zoom in here, we've upside wicked into this resistance. Not exactly picture perfect, but a rejection nonetheless. Still, pre-breakout candle in March. Price will probably open right over here, and that could immediately turn this macro downtrend into support to enable a rally. And if we focus to previous pre-breakout candles right over here, just kind of stagnating, hovering below the macro downtrend, ultimately opening at the downtrend and acting as a base for springboarding. But at the moment, we're not really seeing any of that happen. We're just seeing a pre-breakout candle just like in 2015 right over here. But of course, monthly opens outside the macro downtrend. So what is happening right now is that Bitcoin is preparing to monthly close itself out of the downtrend. So essentially it's going to be closing and breaking out kind of sideways and enabling a new macro uptrend. Because on the weekly time frame, if we just zoom out, and perhaps we can look at a different chart here, for instance, if we focus on the weekly time frame over here and just imagine a downtrend line here, then somewhere around here is where that breakout occurred, the weekly time frame. Somewhere around here. So we've seen a macro downtrend break on the weekly, but we haven't seen it on the monthly. And the reason I'm using this monthly time frame, this monthly trend line, is for that final confirmation that we are in that macro uptrend. On the weekly, it's happened already. That's great. That's a great signal for early investors, bargain buyers, but that confirmation signal for a confirmed macro uptrend is a break of this monthly trend line. So getting in here, wherever, that's fine, but having a confirmed trend is something that conservative investors really look for, And even though I've been averaging down from below 30k, 25k in these deep retracement levels, because after all, we dropped 77% from all-time highs, so averaging down from around here is pretty decent, especially since in previous cycles, Bitcoin tends to break old all-time highs, as you've seen post-halving here as well. Post-halving, breakout to new all-time highs. And that's what we're going to see here as well. And from current levels, roughly speaking, it's around 200% to old all-time highs. So very decent reward nonetheless if you're going to be holding for after the halving, which is what I'm going to be doing at least after the halving, because Bitcoin still tends to rally quite a significant time after the halving to reach new all-time highs. And we see that time and again. And in fact, you can see that this is a picture-perfect mirroring of the amount of days that we see a post-halving rally occur. Literally, this square post-halving here, if we just juxtapose that here, then you can see that there's a top. It's pretty curious to see that, but we're seeing how mirroring occurs post-halving, and somewhat of a mirroring also in terms of pre-halving bottoms, as you can see here, and also here. Isn't that fascinating? Fascinating insights. Look at that. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal to see that cyclicality, that recurring psychology occur graphically. And so the top for Bitcoin should occur probably around here, which would be 2025 at some point, maybe earlier on in the year, Q1, Q2, somewhere around that region. But just talking about this sort of cyclicality, you can try this yourself to just find out how much this really is. It's around 500 days, roughly speaking, pre-halving and post-halving. So pre-halving, 500 days or so pre-halving is where the bottom happens, and 500 days post-halving is where the top happens, and the same thing happening in each cycle around 500 days. It's never picture perfect 500 days, but nonetheless, this is pretty interesting. But in any case, that's a very fascinating insight in of itself. And those are the sort of insights that we're going to be covering in the brand new deep dive video subscription service that I'm launching today. And I want to share some more information about that with you in today's video. The Rekt Capital Deep Dives, well, this is a weekly video subscription service on Bitcoin and altcoin investing. Only cutting edge insights, only expert market commentary, and here's what you will get from just subscribing to the deep dives. Whether that's data science metrics, technical indicators, really advanced complex ones for Bitcoin, my personal investing strategies. So deep dives are going to be a closer look, taking a closer look at my investing in Bitcoin and altcoins. My personal risk on and risk off strategies for altcoin investing and trading. Happy to do technical analysis from a deep dive perspective and in-depth perspective for people who want to know the TA for their charts, for their favorite altcoins. These deep dive TA altcoin sessions are a joy for me to just chart and spend minutes and minutes on single altcoins and charting them from a very in-depth perspective to come up with reasonable price predictions on what we can expect in this cycle, whether it's in the short term, the long term, or the mid term. I cover all time frames, and on this website right over here, you can check it out in the link in the description down below. It's the first link for the deep dives. You can check out a preview deep dive where I actually predicted a drop below sub 20k using death cross historical tendencies. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you know what I'm talking about. You probably saw it live as it happened. But this is a deep dive where I spent 30 minutes talking about different historical death cross retracements and how those could play into a sub 20k drop. And that has been a fantastic prediction. And those are sort of the things that you can expect in deep dives, where I'll be just sharing valuable insights level-headed, realistic analysis for you every week. As a subscriber, you can expect not only these exclusive deep dive videos, but my in-depth video walkthroughs on my altcoin watch list with risk to reward parameters, my trade management strategies, something that you see every now and then on Twitter, but on deep dives, you're going to see it on a whole nother level of just showing my personal trade management strategies, how I manage risk when I re-enter on dips, how I add to my positions, if I cut positions, if we're now ascending into strong resistance areas, so much more. And I'm going to be building an archive of these videos every week, which are going to be rich in educational content, which is going to be fantastic for anybody trying to understand how I come up with these theories and predictions and buy zones and sell zones for Bitcoin and also for altcoins, just like this example deep dive. Feel free to check that out. But at the moment, there is a early bird discount. So far, the reactions have been wonderful. I'm really happy that people love these deep dives. I've posted these deep dives a few times in the past on YouTube for free, publicly, but also I've been posting these deep dives every now and then in the newsletter as well, and people love the content, and it's just another way of me just sharing my insights in a different format. The early bird subscription is $18 a month or $180 a year, which is where you save 2 months. So you get 2 months off, which is why it's a recommended option. But this really is about in-depth insight, taking your investing to the next level, really improving on the skill set that you have, building it out, understanding advanced metrics and indicators so that you can really excel in the cryptocurrency market. That's what the deep dives are all about, and I'm really excited to launch these today. Just launched today. In-depth weekly video subscription, Rekt Capital deep dives. Check out the link in the description down below. That's about it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Rekt Capital, and I'll speak to you in the next one. See you inside the Rekt Capital deep dives. Speak to you soon.